my goal is just to keep doing it. I mean, I love driving through town and going, I worked on that house, worked over there, my friend lived there. So I think really my goal is that when I retire or pass away, that people just look at the work I've done as like art. Like, that's a class.
You've tuned into the All Things Carlisle podcast, where we talk about what makes Carlisle one of the best places in the world. I'm the host and unsubstantiated best realtor in Carlisle, Matt Hench. And today we have on the show Matt Cloward to talk a little bit about his business. How's it going, Matt?
Good, Matt. Thanks for having me today.
Absolutely. Super excited to ask you some questions, get to know you, get to know your business and what you guys do. But first, we're going to talk about a few of the events coming up this week here in Carlisle or the surrounding area. First one is the Downtown Mile, which is this Thursday, the 21st, and it's in the evening, somewhere around 6 p.m. Look at the details for sure. It's, I think, $30 to enter. There's a few different waves. You can do teams. I'm thinking about doing it.
Me too.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it together?
Okay.
Yeah. Are you a runner?
Yeah.
I'm not really a runner.
I haven't run for a while, but
all right.
Yeah.
This could.
Yeah.
We'll follow up next week.
Yeah. That's weird.
That's right. That's right. But it goes to a good cause. It's to help people in the community get free GEDs and career skills. Also, Memorial Day parade. It's Memorial Day weekend, if you didn't know that. And the parade is on the 25th in the morning. So be sure to check that out. And then lastly, not in Carlisle, but in Harrisburg, all weekend, they're having the Art Fest, which, I mean, just park at City Island. That's what I would do. It's like $5, and you can go see a bunch of different food trucks, all the art. There's like a mural walk. Should be a really good time if you have the time to do it.
And we're back.
That's right. We lost power here for a second, but we're good to go. I don't currently have anybody that sent in a video of an event, but I'm pretty sure one or two people are going to send something in. So if they do, I'll put it right here.
Hey, my name is Ryan, and I am a pilot in the United States Army, and I am so passionate about the air show. I have pulled off the highway. I am delaying my commute home. I'm in a random parking lot. Just to tell you, if you weren't aware or you're on the fence about going to the air show, you absolutely should go. They have historical aircraft, high precision aircraft, military aircraft. It's headlined by the Blue Angels, which I think everyone knows, but they are the literal representation of the best men and women in the world who can maneuver these insanely engineered performance fighter aircrafts upwards of 1,000 miles an hour within feet of each other. It is an absolute spectacle. Your kids will love it. You will love it. Your parents will love it. You should go to the air show.
Oh, hey. You might be wondering why I'm reading this book upside down. And for that, you're going to have to come to the comedy night at Maveros, May 29th from 6 to 8. I'll see you there. I'm very excited.
My name is Becky Boyle. I'm the Assistant Facility Director at Trinity Fitness Carlisle. I just want to take a moment to invite you all to our Murph workout on May 25th, Monday. We will have a 7 and 8 a.m. and a 9 a.m. heat. If you Google Trinity Fitness Carlisle, hit our events tab, you can sign up and register. This is a free event. It's meant to commemorate Lieutenant Michael Murphy, who was a Navy SEAL who lost his life in battle. The workout consists of a 1-mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, followed by a 1-mile run for time. Shout out to Matt Hench. He did this last year. I'm challenging him to do it again. We'll see you there.
Well, Matt, let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
First question, not business related. If you could live in a TV show, like if you were in the TV show, what TV show would you want to be in?
Well, that's an easy one, because I basically think I'm living it anyways, and my wife would tell me, no, you're not. But if you could guess, Home Improvement.
Oh.
I mean, I have 2 kids. I work in construction. I like to have fun. I've got a great, smart wife. And I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's it. Like, it's the same thing. So
yeah,
I love that show front to back.
That show's not on anymore, right?
It's on.
Is it?
It's on whatever. I mean, I watch it on Prime.
So. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'll watch it in the garage. I'll watch it in the house.
Yeah.
Summer kitchen. I know every episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think about what show I would live in.
What show would you live in?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to come up with it on the spot either.
Maybe the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, maybe.
Big name is all
That's
over
right.
Carlisle.
The Hench Bunch. Yeah.
The
And
Hench Bunch,
my in-law, my brother-in-law, his name's Brady. That's his last name.
There
So
you go.
yeah, maybe. The Hench Brady Bunch. So, why you could live anywhere in the world, or certainly anywhere in the U.S. Why Carlisle, PA for you?
Well, it's kind of a long story, so I'll make it short.
Make it long.
My family moved here to Perry County in 1995.
Hold on. Because my family also, I don't know them, but we immigrated from Germany to Perry County.
Okay.
Basically got kicked out of Perry County. We were too crazy for the Perry County. And then came over the hill and landed here forever. Yeah. Sorry. So keep going.
No, we lived in California. My family went bankrupt. We had a huge flood that took out my mom's antique shop, coffee shop.
Wow.
My dad's engineering business. My mom's parents passed away. So in 95, they just packed up and were like, we're going to Pennsylvania. And I was like, I don't know how to spell Pennsylvania. I don't know where Pennsylvania is.
Yeah.
So it was terrifying. And for those that may remember, on 74, there was that trailer. It had all those stuffed animals.
Yes.
Well, that's the first thing I saw at 13 years old, arriving to Perry County going, this is your new home. And I'm so it was tough.
You're like, I want to go back.
I graduated from West Perry in 2000, went to college at Millersville. And when I graduated, my best friend, Jeremy Brown, I met at Circuit City, got hired by Dave Hook.
Okay.
In Carlisle, and bought a house right on C Street, and I needed a place to live. And so 2005, we landed, and I've been here ever since.
Wow.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it as well. Do you have a lot of memory you were 13, you said, when you moved over here.
Yeah.
In 95, I was fresh out the womb. I was born in 95.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks.
Yeah. So, do you miss anything about Cali? Do you ever go back over there?
It's funny, is when I got here, I was super mad. I was like, where's the beach?
Yeah.
Where's the fun? Where's, especially when fall came around, I'm like, why is it so cold? And why are people off for hunting? And I missed it. I did not like Perry County. I didn't like the Halloween hay rides with the cold spaghetti in your face. I missed it. But you turn around now, we went back a couple years ago, and I'm like, cool. But here is mountains, streams, skiing, snowboarding, history, the beauty, the people. You could go on. So
you got it all.
You
got everything but the beach.
Yeah. And the yellow breeches is way better than the beach.
That's
Yeah. So, yeah. Now I love it, but I used to miss it. I'm like, I want to be a surfer, and I want to be.
I could see you.
Saved by the Bell.
I could see you shredding the gnar a little bit. Yeah.
And my brother does every day. He goes out in the cold ocean, surfs, but it wasn't me. So now I'm out here, and I became a volunteer wildland firefighter. So it's like the exact opposite, from the ocean to the woods.
We might have to come back to that if we have time. The wildland firefighter, because that sounds like we could probably make this pot. It probably is.
Yeah.
Real quick. So did anyone get you hunting? Have you hunted? Are you a hunter?
No, my father-in-law, many of my friends are. I have guys that, everything, duck hunting, turkey hunting. I trout hunt, hunt for trout. But now that I have kids, and there's great deer in the field, and when I was younger, I had a bow. So, I'm like, I should get back into it and get my daughters out there. So my father-in-law bow hunts, a couple of my guys bow hunt. So I would like to.
I personally love it. I got into it in 2020, so I'm a newer hunter for sure. I have a lot of family history of hunting. But thanks for sharing all that, Matt. Really appreciate it. Again, we might come back to some of that if we have time. But I want to know about your company, Cloward Building Concepts. What is it? What do you even do? You're a design company, you're a builder. What do you do?
So that's a great question. Yay, CBC.
Yeah, nice plug.
When I started in 2008, I was a general contractor, you know, and then I was a remodeler, and then I was a remodel general contractor. But just like everything else, everything's changed in construction. You know, when I started in construction in 2005, it was good, better, best, you know, ABC. Now it's LVT, LVP, and, you know, LED lights and heated floors and zip walls and, you know, just all these different options. So over time, it was like, yeah, I'm a general contractor, but I don't do this, I don't do that, or we do this, or we specialize in that. And then it was years of free estimates and estimates that took a lot of design work, and then it changed, and then, you know, the numbers changed. So over time, myself and other people in the area have progressed to design build firm, meaning we'll come out and we'll look at, unless it's like a 5x5 bathroom, you know, it'd be like it's $15,000 for a remodel.
Yeah.
You have a basement or a kitchen. There's a lot of design that goes behind that. It's not just, hey, cabinets here and some flooring.
Right.
It's cabinets, the hardware, the trim, the flooring, the paint colors, all of that. So we put together a design bid. Estimate says about 8 to 10 hours, we're going to finish designing it out. And then when we're done with that process, you'll have chosen everything, and then we'll have an exact number for you. And at that point, you can keep the prints and the selections, and you can shop around, or you can choose to keep working with us. So that's what it has become. Instead of an all-around general contractor, we do everything. It's very specific. We design what we build, so you don't have to go find an architect. You don't have to go find a designer. It's all under one roof, which streamlines the process and keeps the costs down.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate that clarity on it, because up until recently, I didn't know what that was or what that meant. I don't even know if I'd ever heard of it, at least
Me
not,
either.
You know,
When my dad and my foreman passed away 4 years ago, I didn't want to do construction. And I was like, what am I? And then stumbled through, I'm a contractor, I'm a builder. And then about a year and a half ago, I was like, I'm a design build firm. And I'm like, what does that mean? And the first couple appointments, I'm like, I'm a design build. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But now after a year and a half, I'm very confident. I know exactly what we do and exactly what we don't do. So yeah.
Well, so I'm trying to figure out what you don't do, because there's a message going around. Someone's looking for an elevator shaft, and someone's like, "Oh, reach out to Matt Cloward." And I was like, "Would he do that?" So what don't you do? Do you do?
Yeah.
Did you do the elevator? What don't you do?
That's a definite unusual request.
Yeah.
An elevator. Yeah. Like the one still standing on 81.
Yeah. Right.
So no, we don't do a lot of home repairs. Like we don't do windows or roofs, but we do. You want a bathroom, a basement, a kitchen, an addition, a whole house. You know, something that's needs to be ripped out and put back together.
Okay.
So we do some repairs, but it's not our main goal.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
And you can always reach out. If I can't answer it or I don't do it, I can more than likely point you in the direction that someone can.
Yeah. Makes sense. I was so eager to get in, I forgot about the one shot. So we're going to backtrack a little bit. If you're new to the show, basically Matt Cloward is going to get one chance to throw this bottle cap into a tiny disc golf basket up there. So, and if he gets it, I don't have an award yet. I'm looking for a sponsor that wants to sponsor this for like $100 for a business in Carlisle. I'm looking for a gift card. It's like the Hamilton Market
Social
Cross
113.
Yeah, exactly. We're we're calling people out right now, and we're gonna put the gift card right up there, and first person to get it gets the gift card. Only one shot. Just what you have to stay where you're at. You can't stand. And hold on, wrong frame here. Okay. And there's no practice.
I'm gonna go with the overhand.
All right, the overhand.
Oh, close.
Good try. I think out of the two people, you've been the closest so far.
Hey, I'm in the lead.
Yeah. Okay. So I was writing down some notes. You said you started in 2005, 2008?
2005. I started in construction. In 2008, I started my own.
Okay.
Business.
So I mean, you got straight to it then. What were you, 18 when you started construction?
I was like 0 when I started, because I know it sounds ridiculous, but when I was adopted, my parents were doing a full gut remodel.
Okay.
So, like, there's pictures of me at 4 months old in a diaper. Like, I've been doing this my whole life, seriously. But yeah, I was right out of college, 22, and I was driving back from Millersville to Carlisle, and 581 was getting packed with houses.
Okay.
And previously I worked at Circuit City, and I was like, I'm going to be a corporate sales manager, and I'm going to be important. I'm going to wear a tie and like, have a yacht. And I got let go by Circuit City, and I was like, oh, these people are mean, and I don't like corporate life. And I saw the houses on 581 going up, and I was like, well, somebody's got to be in charge, And so I just started interviewing and got hired by Charter Homes, and then went on my own.
Yeah, what a interesting way to get there.
Yeah.
And then what? Circuit City let you go, and then they were like, "Oh, we can't do this anymore. We're out of here."
In 2000, I was like, "This is great." I was making $50K a year.
Yeah.
Selling TVs. Yeah. For school, and then, Best Buy and the internet arrived in Circuit City. I just couldn't keep up. So 2001, that like right after Christmas, it was like January 17th, they just let me go.
Wow.
And I was a junior in college, and I'm like, nah, now what?
Well, they couldn't have been around much longer than that.
No, right? Like that was it. But I did grow up around construction. My dad was an engineer, and I said they were doing the Homestead thing in Washington State in 1981. My mom was an antique dealer, and her parents were builders. So I was around it my whole life and hated it. So now I came back to it. I'm like, well, now I love it. But you dislike everything when you're a teenager, right? You don't want to do anything that your parents are doing.
What's funny is my mom, it's not like she said, Matt, you have to do this, but she essentially chose my first career.
Oh, yeah?
What I went to college for. I'm grateful for that. That was very helpful for her to do that, because I wasn't thinking about it. Yeah. So I was a little bit backwards like that, where I kind of first, I was like, oh yeah, good idea, Mom. I'm going to go down this path. And
I was kind of the same way. I was, first job was at the Flying J.
Okay.
And changing oil in those trucks is no fun.
No.
Summertime, it's hot oil in your face. In the wintertime, it's hot oil in your face. And my dad came down to work one day, and he's like, hey, those guys at Circuit City are on commission. I was like, really? He's like, you gotta do something else. I was like, but Dad, they're offering me management. And I went down to Circuit City and did an interview and got hired, and I was like, see you later, Flying.
Yeah. I'm out of here.
No offense to the truck stops or anybody, but yeah. So I was, thanks. My dad was like, hey, you should do sales. And
so I listen to your parents, guys.
Yeah.
It works out sometimes.
Yeah.
Right?
Sometimes.
So you're a year and a half in of being this design company. Right there on Petersburg is where your office is. Airport. Yep, right next to the airport. Super cool. Which is a great location. Looks great with all those trees down.
Yeah.
Opened it up a lot more. So you've been doing that a year and a half. You kind of have the vision. Now going forward, what's the plan? Where do you want to be in the future, in 5 years, in 10 years, in 30 years? What are you building and planning?
Great question. I'm building a design firm, and my sister's my designer. So
cool.
It's a family-run, owned business.
Cool.
Yeah, super cool. She took on that role 3 years ago. Never designed anything. Had to learn. She was working for me part-time as a painter. So now that I've got the construction back together, my goal is just to keep doing it. I mean, I love driving through town and going, I worked on that house, worked over there, my friend lived there. So I think really my goal is that when I retire or pass away, that people just look at the work I've done as like art. Like, hey, that's a Cloward house, or that's a Cloward house. And if I do it long enough and I keep doing it right, maybe one of my daughters will pick it up. That would be super cool. My oldest is 4.5, so I'd have to do it for another 20 years. But
you got it in you.
Yeah, I mean, so there's a lot of construction have fathers and sons or cousins or whatever. So that would be great.
Two more questions from me. One's really simple. Do you do full house builds? Can somebody come to you and be like, I have land, I want to build a house?
Great question. I've traditionally said no, because remodel is harder.
Yeah.
And new build is easy. I've done hundreds of them. So meaning the new build,
it's just not fun anymore.
It's fun. And it's really the margins are so tight and people are so stressed. And I feel like it's you're just better off buying a house financially and redoing it.
Okay.
Now, that being said, we are looking into building. I'm looking and partnering with some of the older builders in the area that are retiring, and partnering with them to learn how they do it and what kind of clients they have, and maybe it would be something I could do moving forward.
Okay.
Maybe like 1 or 2 a year.
Yeah. So again, that's one of those things possible in the future.
Yeah. Yep.
So
especially now I have the infrastructure and all the behind the scenes to make it happen.
It sounds like what you're saying is no, but ask and maybe.
Yeah.
And definitely probably in the future.
Yeah. Yep.
Last question from me, then I'm going to turn to the people, is snap. I just lost it. I apologize. Oh, let's say somebody's like, I think Matt Cloward might be a good option for me, Cloward Building Concepts. Where do they go? What can they do? How can they reach you?
Great. It can be kind of hard to. It's Cloward.
It's in the show notes.
Yep. So if you Google Cloward, hopefully it'll come up Cloward Building Concepts or clowardbuilding.com.
Okay.
And right there it talks about, our family-owned business, has our core values, has our trusted trade partners, has references, and of course before and after pictures, because everybody loves before and after pictures. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Clowardbuilding.com.
Awesome. Thanks so much. All right, we'll get into the audience questions, 2 for you. So I'm going to pull that up. Question 1. Cloward Building Concepts is a brand ambassador of the Dave Hook team. What made Matt want to be part of the brand ambassador program?
So again, another long-winded answer.
That's fine.
We're a podcast.
Yeah, it's for long form. Yeah,
neurodivergent. So, again, back to Dave Hook. Obviously, he's owns the Dave Hook team. But when I started my business, I knew Dave. And I was like, he had referred me, and that's how I started. And I was like, this man, outstanding young man, the way he treats people and the way he treats business. And I was like, I'm going to do the same thing. That's when I started my business. So when Dave started the brand ambassador, it was just like a natural, like, hey, I've already been connected to the Dave Hook team.
Yeah.
Dave's first employee was Jill Yinks, who was my father and my mother-in-law. And then my wife worked for Dave, and I met my wife through the Dave Hook team in construction. So the brand ambassador was just,
it was obvious.
It was obvious.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I also work for the Dave Hook team. I'm a realtor on the Dave Hook team. If you didn't know that,
best realtor in town.
Unsubstantiated. Best realtor in town.
That's right.
Yeah, you got to put that asterisk there. What's one valuable thing you've got out of the brand ambassador program, being part of it? And don't just say like, business. Yeah, don't just be like referrals.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Business.
Of course.
It's funny because I didn't necessarily, I wanted to join, but it's like the networking groups and stuff. You're like, come on, what do they really offer?
Yeah.
So it's, again, with Dave, he just is always something different. And what we do, I don't think it's a secret, but it's like a 5x return. So he asked everybody in the group to come and say, hey, this is what I've done in my business or personal life. This gives me a 5x return. And it could be like how they run their business, how they hire, or the owner of Roof Max gave a little presentation about how he changed his life to, he gets up at 5 a.m. and now his free time is from like 2 to 4.
Wow.
Because staying up late wasn't really free time and he couldn't do things. And then he was, so he just made his block right in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to do that. So that's been really cool because you can see what other people struggle with and how they've overcome that.
Yeah.
So
even just that little tidbit of information of like, hey, when's your free time? That's something I'm working on right now. So we might have to talk more about that.
Especially as a dad and yourself.
Yeah, right.
Like,
exactly.
Come to the door at 5.
Exactly.
The phone doesn't stop. So getting up early is super hard, but I'm working on it.
Yeah.
But that quiet time's great.
That's the rough part is the morning. But like you're saying like in the evening, that's not really free time. I was just telling somebody yesterday, like I could work from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. every single night.
Yeah.
Like every night I would have something to do.
Me too.
And
it's like a habit, It's hard to get rid of.
It is.
You get burned out.
It is hard to get rid of. Yeah. So
especially you're like, this is all I know. When I met Jenna, my wife, she's like, You're still working at night. I mean, even now, until I just hired a virtual admin team, but until then,
Good for you.
Yeah, working at midnight.
Yeah.
Like, why am I doing this stuff that I don't know how to do? It's only taking me longer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good plug for a virtual admin team.
Yeah. Huge move.
All right, we'll go on to the next question. What's the ugliest color a client wanted in their home? And maybe it's even beyond that. Like, what's the most outrageous thing? You know, so ugliest color, what's the most outrageous thing?
I did this remodel a couple years ago, and it was all focused on plants. So I've done lots of remodels and stuff with this garage conversion. We heated it. We put a nice finished floor in it. And I put like 24 huge windows with like 10-inch windowsills.
Wow.
And I was like, man, this is all for plant. You know, people like different things. But
they're making a greenhouse is what they were making.
And it's way out in Holly Gardner's area. And tons of sunlight. So it was cool, you know, and it was bright green. But I was like, man, this is all for the plants. So
I love that.
Yeah, that was a different one.
That was kind of a wild thing. Have you had anyone that's like, oh, I want a Texas Longhorn orange wall? Hey, I don't expect everybody to like that wall.
We did paint something one. I mean, there's always colors you're like, oh wow, that's not my house.
Yeah, right.
This one was the color. It didn't say blood red, but it looked like somebody just got done butchering a deer. And I was like, I mean, it took like 5 coats to get through all the old paint.
This is Pennsylvania. Maybe that's what they were going for.
Yeah, or
the
Philly
butchered
Sam,
deer
Red
look.
October,
Yeah.
you know? So that was pretty intense, you know, because colors you really do want them to be lighter and calming most of the time. But that was not. It was like, whoa, oh great.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks so much, Matt. Appreciate that. We're not quite done with the podcast. Still have this real estate section, which I think you've been around real estate enough.
Yeah.
That you can probably help me with this. There's 2 questions in here. I'm going to switch it over. Got the brokerage and numbers there for legal reasons. All right. First question. Why are houses sitting so long? I don't think they are.
From my end, I would agree. But with that being said, there are. I'm working on.
Okay.
I mean, we talk about the, dream neighborhood. It's like this is.
I might have to beep that out. I can't make reference to any specific properties. Yeah.
Working on a kitchen in town.
Yeah.
And there's a house next door that's been sitting for 6 months.
Wow.
And the homeowner was like, yeah, they're asking, whatever it was. And he said, but it hasn't been touched since it's built. So that's, it's a nice house, but it needs at least $200,000. What are they asking for it?
Yeah.
So if you're going to put $200,000 in it and you're asking a market price on a house, it's been sitting for 170 days or something.
Wow.
So that's a long time.
That is a long time.
But yeah, I mean, my wife's a realtor. My sister's looking for a house, and I mean, she likes it, and it's gone. You know, so I agree with you. Most of them don't sit.
Yeah, I did. I pulled up the numbers. I did everything with the Carlisle address, and there's like 100. It looks like 131 pending right now in Carlisle, which is a lot.
Yeah. As an investor, we look all the time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, pending. How does that even happen?
Yeah, but scrolling down. 1 day on market, 1 day on market, 1 day on market, 1 day on market, 3 days on market, 4 days, 1, 2, 5, 13.
Wow.
Whoa.
Almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
People probably got nervous.
they were sweating.
Did we drop the price?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to answer that question though, why are they sitting? They're really not. Some are. Probably might be a pricing issue. If you're asking this question right now, could be a pricing issue, could be a marketing issue, could be a condition issue, but
like you said, people love Carlisle. I mean, 1 day, 1 day, 3 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, next and last question here. Oh yeah, I love this one. Should I wait for rates to hit 5%? Matt, you want to tell him?
You want to tell him? That's like I just met a gentleman the other day. He's like, I've been waiting from COVID for prices to come down in materials, and I was like, how'd that work?
Yeah,
And I always say to people, did you ever ask your boss for a lower rate? Like, why would things go down? The rate's not going to go down.
Somebody
materials aren't going down.
When I was buying a house 3 years ago, somebody was like, don't, it's got to pop. Don't buy yet. Just wait. Yeah, you know what would happen? I'd be in a worse spot.
Yeah, it just keeps going up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have the War College, you have Dickinson, you have the ballet school. So it's just so many things that are bringing people constantly in and out. So, and it's just a great area to live.
So the real answer is it depends on your situation. You know, if you have an interest rate right now at 3 and you're just thinking about like a casual, it might not make sense.
Yeah.
You know, but if you don't have a house and you want to buy a house, you cannot afford to wait for the interest rates to drop to 5.
And I ask my clients, I'm like, well, where do you sit with this house? Is your interest rate low? Because let's remodel it, you know? If
Yeah,
you're sitting
right.
at 7 or 8, all right, well, maybe go look at a new one.
Yeah.
But if you got a 2.5 rate, I mean, borrow against this house. You know, that's what we just did. We just did a new kitchen, a point up, because same thing. We were looking, and I was like, it's too much work on this old house in South Middleton. And I looked at prices, and I was like, never mind.
Yeah.
Invest. We are not leaving until until I can't breathe.
So depends on your situation, but if you're asking, probably not. You know,
hold your breath?
Probably don't wait. And I love that you're here and kind of can answer that question, because of course, who's going to listen to a realtor about should they wait? I was glad to be able to defer to you a little bit. That concludes this week's podcast. Next week, I'm really excited to have Zane, the owner of Mad Roast, coffee shop, drink shop in Carlisle. Going to be talking to him. So if you have any questions for him, drop it in the comments or go to the show notes. You can send a video straight there in the Google Drive, and you can ask him any question you want, coffee related or not. Matt, thanks so much for being on here.
Thank you, Matt.
Really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Next time, wildland fire, we're going to have to really talk about that.
So much fun.
So, appreciate it, Matt.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. Love Carlisle.
Love Carlisle.
Love Carlisle.
Let's get a sponsor for the disc golf shop.
Come on, Rogue Duck. Where are you at?
Yeah.